And here we are doing our weekly Wednesday YouTube Live. So the title of this week was Stamped and Squared because there are two things that I wanted to show you from this week. One is this. This is a square that I just finished, and this is going to be part of Julie Yeager's Crochet Along. So the pattern will be available next week on April 15th, and when the pattern is available, I will put up a link to that in the description box below. But this is pretty cool. It's center out, and it's round until it isn't, and then it changes to a square, and then it has these two sections of surface crochet. One is the regular chain and one is the braided chain. And I know I told you I would get these surface crochet videos up, but oh my god, haven't had the time yet, but they will be coming shortly. So this is going to be up on the 15th of April this weekend. I am headed to Atlantic City for the Miss New Jersey Gala dinner on Saturday because, as most of you know, because I can't stop talking about it, my daughter is competing for the title of Miss New Jersey in June for the Miss America system. So this is her first time competing, so we're doing all the things. So we're going to the gala in Atlantic City. So this Friday I'm driving to Atlantic City, and Saturday I will do Miss America stuff with her, and Sunday I will drive back to North Carolina. But she's been doing a lot for this, and this is the one thing that she asked me to do, other than, of course, be there for the pageant. So I'll go, and it'll be fun, and I like Atlantic City, and I haven't been there in a long time, so that's going to be cool. So that's what's up this weekend. So the other thing I have been working on this week that I can actually show you, which is, you know, happens. I know I talk about it all the time, but I'm also working on something that you guys can't see. This apparently has some threads hanging off it. Give me a minute, please. So, long time ago, I was working with a manufacturer of stamps about getting some stamps made that would be suitable for knitters and crocheters. And I got the prototypes, and then the flood happened, blah, blah, blah. I know I say this every week, but really the whole last year has been just such a cluster. So this is the ball of yarn stamp, and the crochet hook stamp, and the granny square stamp. So I put a picture of these on Instagram, and then it went on Facebook and blah, blah, blah. And I said, hey, if these are available, would anybody be interested? This is not a lifetime commitment. You know, I don't know how much they're going to cost. I don't know when they're coming. I don't know any of this stuff. But is this something that you as a crocheter might be interested in? And the response was overwhelmingly yes. In fact, people are saying, where can I get them? Well, you can't because we haven't made them yet. But so just out of curiosity, if you are watching and you want to post and say something about, you know, whether you think these are cool or not. I will say the knitting ones I was not as happy with, and that has nothing to do with the manufacturer and everything to do with the fact that I sort of got the, what's the word I'm looking for? When I approved the artwork, I was thinking about how it looked on the page and not how it would take the paint, if that makes sense. So while I think the drawings are great and the graphic designer that did them did a really nice job, they don't handle the paint or the ink or the whatever you're going to use as well as I would have liked. So I think we're going back to the drawing board on the knitting ones. What I really hope happens, if you guys on YouTube like these as much as the Instagrammers and the Facebookers did, I really hope that I will have these available at the CGOA show in Manchester, New Hampshire in July. Have them available for sale, and of course I'll have them online and all that kind of stuff too. But for those of you who very kindly asked me where they could buy them, you know, who sent messages and said, here, take my money, while I'd be happy to take your money, don't have them yet. So hopefully in a month or two we'll have these available that we can stock them in the store. So what else is going on? My VA is working on my website. She's trying to get my classes more organized. Only other thing I wanted to talk about is our good friends at 100 Ravens, which is an independent dyer. They were in Texas for the DFW Fiber Fest, and as many of you know, that is my absolute favorite show to attend and to teach, but I wasn't able to go this year. So they posted a message right before the show that somebody had stolen the trailer where 100 Ravens not only had pretty much 100% of their available inventory because they were out on the road doing shows, but they also, you know, their booth stuff was in there, their grid wall, all their display stuff. Basically everything these people owned was in that trailer, and the trailer was stolen. They were going to go home. I mean, it's a devastating loss to lose your whole business like that, to say nothing of the fact that if you do the shows, you know, in the same way that teachers, we do X number of shows a year because we expect to get paid X number of times a year, to lose a show the size of DFW was not very good for them either. So interestingly, a little over 1,100 skeins of the yarn was recovered, and somebody had donated it to a Habitat for Humanity restore. And thank goodness there was a crocheter there who went, this is not somebody's stash. This is way too much yarn in way too pristine condition. So she called the police. The police realized what it was. So 100 Ravens went back to DFW, and they were able to set up a booth and sell what little yarn that they had. I often talk about how amazing the DFW community is, but boy, they came through in spades. The other vendors contributed display pieces and racks and bags and loaned things so that the 100 Ravens team could put a booth up, because of course they didn't have their booth either. The booth had been in the trailer. And vendors donated thousands of dollars worth of merchandise for a raffle. And I just saw today that the board of DFW was able to write a check to 100 Ravens for $12,500 as a result of the raffle. Now, to you and me, that sounds like a lot of money, but I'm sure they lost 10 times that in the theft. You know what I mean? So I cannot believe what a wonderful, successful fundraiser it is. But if you have the opportunity to get a skein of yarn from 100 Ravens, not only is it fabulous yarn, I've showed it to you here on the lives before, but if you have the opportunity to purchase something from them that they have in their hot little hand, now's a really good time to do it, because it's going to take a little while for them to get back on their feet, and we love them. They're part of the community. They're really nice people, and it's really great yarn. So that's all I have here on the live this week. I'm going to head over to Facebook at 2:30 like I always do. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. I'll see you next week, unless I win $1 million at the casinos, in which case I may just get on a plane and go someplace cool. All right? But other than that, I'll see y'all next week, and thanks as always for stopping by.